When you're tying a sculpin onto your leader, or any streamer for that matter, but particularly sculpins, flies that need a good wobbling and articulating action, you shouldn't restrict them with a knot, and it's better if you tie them on a loop. Now, this loop was shown to me by the Finnish expert Veli, but frankly it's probably used all over Finland. The Finns are great ones for fishing all their flies on loops. So first of all, in the end of your tippet, throw on a straightforward overhand knot, like that. Now that knot will roll up or down your tippet, and that's useful to have that facility. And that will roll up and down and keep out of your way. Roll it away, then the free end, take it and poke it through the eye of your hook, and let the sculpin rest against that knot that you formed. And again, tie on a straightforward overhand knot. You can make it go through once or through twice. Then draw that up, and with you, to save your teeth, with your barb pliers, just pull that knot tight. So that's going to act as the stopping shoulder, if you like. And then what you do is you roll this loop, the actual first knot that you threw on, you roll this knot, you roll that knot back down to the sculpin, and then this tag end you pass through that knot, that loop, and make sure that this knot there, that knot, the stop knot, comes to this side, and pull it till it goes past that knot, draw it tight. You can see now, stop knot, secondary knot, and draw that secondary knot up, and the more you pull on that secondary knot, draw it right up tight, and the more you draw it tight, the harder it bites in. So there you have it. Look, I'll draw it back now to the hook eye. So that's the knot that's closed round, and when it runs up to that stop knot, you've got it. And it's literally one knot against the other. There it is. If I show you it sliding slowly up, it's one knot against the other, and then you can snip off the waist end, and that's now your sculpin on a 3/4 of an inch loop, completely free to waggle and articulate up, down, in any direction whatsoever, and it's not restricted and being held tethered tight with a knot there. So that's a brilliant knot. And as I say, Veli showed me it, but it's, I think, common throughout Finland. Leader length for fishing streamers on sinking lines, I reckon I like them short. No longer than, what's that? That's about 3 feet. No longer than 3 feet. And this is the old thick butt end of one of my dry fly leaders. And when they get tangled and a bit kinky down at bottom end, instead of cutting them up and dispensing with them, I roll them up, pack them away in my wallet and save them. Standard drill on this end, a Moser minicon. So there's the standard loop-to-loop connection, and I've just separated it open so that you can see it drawing to, and it just draws to like that. Beautifully secure and nice and fine. Makes this part of my loop a nice fine hairpin. No big bulbous pear drop shapes. And there's me standard Moser double-walled minicon, sleeved and super glued, and I don't like the bright red or orange ones when I'm streamer fishing. As you'll see, this can be quite devastating on any river, and particularly this river where there's lots and lots of bullheads. You see them mostly about 2 to 2.5 inches long, but a 3-inch sculpin like that can be lethal. So that's the setup. Right, I'm going to take you down to a cracking corner pool I know. It's a deep hole with a crossover current going into it. I know for a fact there's a decent fish or two in it.